I hope you enjoy this one. They call them the dulls, yet they're anything but. Just keep in mind here, I'm away for like 8 days, something like that, starting basically less than 24 hours from the time that you're seeing me right now. So this is going to be the last dull, because the dulls, you can't backlog dull content unless you got a time machine. In which case, I wouldn't be backlogging any content at all because I'd be living, geez, I got to tell you, probably like 1992 Stockton, California, trying to get myself to be the drummer of Pavement right after Steve West got fired from the band for bad behavior. You could catch my ass recording Slanted and Enchanted. Anyway, long story short, that's what I would do if I had a time machine. So we're going to do the dulls today. That was more of a Slanted and Enchanted beat, by the way. But anyway, today's Tradle, kind of crazy. Ooh, it's kind of crazy. I be thinking maybe, gotta get you off of my mind. Centrifuges are 10.5%. And 8.62 billion is pretty serious, too. I mean, that's like, it's double Uganda, roughly. So this is not going to be like a Pacific island. No disrespect to the Solomon Islands or whatever. A lot of electricity, or electronics, I should say. Ferro alloys, non-knit men's suits, petroleum, but only 91 million. Seats, motor vehicles, parts and accessories. Electric batteries. See, that's interesting. I know that like the lithium gets pulled out of like Bolivia, but I don't know if it's manufactured in Bolivia. Probably the lithium is then shipped to a different country, if I had to guess. There's definitely like a lot of electronic work. I don't know. I'm thinking this. I've been guessing this a lot lately. I was going to guess Vietnam, but I can't guess Vietnam if I don't see seafood on here. I have to imagine that Vietnam exports a lot of seafood. When I see metalwork, maybe this is just Lord of the Rings talking, but I think of more of like a less coastal area, and I think of more of a like a mountainous Central Asia or just Asia itself. Okay, start me with like Uzbekistan. I know it's a little crazy, but then we'll get like some geographic help. It's 3,500 kilometers. Hey, Naruto AMV from 2007. Thanks for the gifted subscriptions. Thank you. 3,000 kilometers west of Uzbekistan. That might take you over the Black Sea and then place you perhaps in like Georgia. And then we're even further from Georgia. Wait, that Georgia is not over the Black Sea now that I think about it. This is on the east coast of the Black Sea. I'm trying to triangulate in my head with 2 points. And that's actually a line because we're just going straight west. 1,800 kilometers from Georgia. Is like Egypt, Cyprus, Lebanon, Syria, Israel, Jordan. Give me an Israel first, and let's just see how this looks. 90. We didn't even get much closer. Okay. So, I mean, northwest of Israel puts you in the Mediterranean. You could be looking at it could be like a Croatia. I imagine Croatia exports more. Albania, but we already had Albania. It could be a North Macedonia, could be a Serbia, could be a Kosovo, could be a Bosnia and Herzegovina. We're getting mighty close, man. We're getting mighty close. 420 on 421. 420 kilometers southeast of Bosnia and Herzegovina. It's like Moldova, Bulgaria. I feel like Moldova probably has less than $8 billion of exports. Can I get a Bulgaria? Oh, crap. 333 kilometers southwest of Bulgaria. I feel like I'm just going to take a stab at North Macedonia. Oh! I get a little. Anytime we end up in the Balkans, I get a little confused about, like, you know, what's east of Slovenia, west of Moldova, but we got there in the end. Macedonia, okay. What is North Macedonia? Macedonia? I don't know. It's constantly changing. I had no idea Macedonia was so known for its centrifuges. It's controversial. What else is new? Why'd you guess Israel? Because it's west of Georgia. Seems like it's about 1,000 kilometers west of Georgia. No, it isn't. It's south. It's southwest, right? It's more south than west. Okay, what, can you compare latitudes of them, please? Argentina is also west of Iceland. Yeah, we agree. Israel's not west of Georgia. I think you got to work on your longitude and latitude. Okay, well, it was North Macedonia. Let's start with North Macedonia. That's not a great guess. So this is all, essentially this is the half of the circumference of the Earth away. You think it could be something like Chile? Nope. 9,000 kilometers from Chile. Probably not enough to get you across the Pacific if I had to guess, but it could possibly, I mean, ooh, it's kind of crazy. Maybe Canada. Canada's warmer. Well, then this place must be mighty cold. I'm kind of losing it. It's closest to Canada, Chile, and furthest from North Macedonia is 8,000 kilometers from Canada. Could it be like China? China's warmer. What the hell is going on? Maybe it is New Zealand? New Zealand is warmer. Oh, is it Australia? Australia's cooler. Well, welcome to hell. Solomon Islands. Solomon Islands are warmer. It's not going to be Indonesia. It's going to be like Micronesia. Micronesia's cooler. Are you stupid? Micronesia? What's wrong with you? It's probably American Samoa. Oh, sorry. In global, Western Sahara is a territory, not a country. What the hell is Western Sahara? I said American Samoa. Samoa's warmer. It's the Marshall Islands. That's colder. You got to be stupid to bet on the Marshall Islands. It's Nauru. That's warmer, but that's great. Okay, but it's not as warm as Samoa. It's Vanuatu. That's warmer. That's great. It's Tuvalu. That's warm. We're getting, but it's still closer to Samoa. I already guessed the Marshall Islands. Yes, I did. Can I get some help on this? We got Wallace and Futuna. I remember that. Oh, that's not found in the database today. Fiji, good guess. Fiji. The mystery country is Fiji. Thank God. Today's global is a nightmare. The Pacific Islands are just as a blind spot for me. Fiji, Tuvalu, Tonga, Papua New Guinea, Solomon Islands, Marshall Islands, American Samoa, which apparently is in the Western Sahara. I only know all those Pacific Islands because of how much we've played anyway. I need to learn all that? Prezzo, I saw you learned all of Africa. Is the world's smartest North American in chat? I know like the geographic position of like maybe 8 countries in Africa. Oh, box office game. December 6th, 2002. Okay. December 6th, 2002. 2002. So it's the Christmas season. I was in the ninth grade. This is ninth grade Christmas vacation. MGM has got me thinking that this is Die Another Day, although that might be from 2001. Oh! Woo! Hey, Beanie Man, thanks for the gifted subscriptions. Thank you, thank you. Okay, the rest is kind of complicated. It's a big release. But also it doesn't have great legs, so maybe it's a big release that didn't get reviewed very well. Let's learn something about it. Okay, Warner Brothers opened at 11 million. Actor 1 is Robert De Niro. In 2002, let me get the genre. It's a crime comedy. Tagline. Back in therapy. This is Analyze That. It's not Analyze This. That's the first one. It's Analyze That, the sequel. You Beating Me's like Billy Crystal playing Scarface. Boom, bow, surprise. Okay. We still got 115 on that one. We're going to know this one. It's a Warner Brothers fantasy adventure. This is the Two Towers. Lord of the Rings, the Two Towers. 2002? This is Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. Okay, we take those. So I was like, there's no way that it's... Because I was there. I was part of the zeitgeist. Fellowship was 2001. Two Towers was 2002. Return of the King was 2003. Okay. Universal opened at 6 million. This might not be gettable. It's John Leguizamo as the #1 actor in 2002. It's a crime action drama. Two worlds collide. Let me start with number 5. I can only think of like The Pest and the Super Mario Brothers, and he's in Gamer, but he's not the top billed actor. Walt Disney animated family fantasy science fiction. I'm trying to think if it's Pixar. So Pixar went like 90, maybe like 99 is Toy Story 2. 03 is Finding Nemo. Monsters, Inc. is like 01. I don't think Pixar has an 02 release unless I'm mistaken. Let me get the tagline. Find your place in the universe. Joseph Gordon-Levitt. It's going to be like an animated film I've not seen. You might as well reveal all hints. When space galleon cabin boy Jim Hawkins discovers, is this Treasure Planet? It is. I'm willing to admit I've not seen it. We did at least get the check mark. And then this one, I think we're also on reveal all hints. A big-time drug dealer, Victor Rosa, is looking to get out of the game and sees his chance with a big deal with a new friend who happens to be a Wall Street stockbroker. Thinking this will be his chance to go out on top, Victor soon finds out he's been double-crossed and his last option is to get revenge. Starring John Leguizamo, Peter Sarsgaard, and Denise Richards. I gotta give up on that one. Empire. Okay? Is that 49th percentile pretty good, though? I feel like getting Die Another Day from 0 put us way ahead of the curve there. That's pretty good. Little blind spot on Disney stuff from the early 2000s, though. You know what? I did skip Worldle. You're right. I remember I saw Die Another Day opening weekend. I didn't remember it was December 6th, 2022, or 2002, I should say. But I do remember that the theater was so packed for Die Another Day that me and my friends had to sit in like the second row from the back and, second row from the front and so far over to the right that I had to go like I was watching the whole movie like this. People said, how much do you how much were people disappointed in the theater? I was in the ninth grade. It was the best movie I'd ever seen in my life. I thought, without a doubt, I thought at the time it was the best James Bond movie that had ever been made. I was 13, I guess, maybe just recently turned 14. Turns out what I actually enjoyed was just being at the movie theater with a newfound sense of independence. I don't know what you are. I feel like you're Lesotho inside of South Africa. Not even close. It's 13,000 kilometers west. So Israel, right? Fuck you! 13,000 kilometers west. So that's all of Africa and all of the Pacific, sorry, the Atlantic. The Atlantic. I almost feel like this would put us right at like Uruguay. 70% we're going northwest of Uruguay by 6,000 kilometers. Could you be like a Colombia? 92%, 1,500 kilometers northwest of Colombia. So it's going to be south of Mexico because America and Canada don't look like this. But north of Colombia, which puts us firmly in South America, where I don't know what essentially any country looks like, except Panama, because we had it earlier this week. So maybe this is Nicaragua? Okay, there you go. I was just like, in my head, I was like, Honduras, Guatemala. I know Costa Rica's kind of like a skinny boy, right? Is it's an island boy? No, it's not an island boy. Just trying to make it. I think Costa Rica's kind of a skinny boy. Cine 2 Nerdle. Alfonso Cuarón, third movie. This is Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. Or unless we're being tricked. And I see, oh wait, okay, Rise of the Machines, Terminator 3, Rise of the Machines, that's also the third movie. Now this Netflix original Pug animated, no idea. But I do see like a Men in Black here. Pug, Tommy Lee Jones. Third, maybe it's not third movie. Well, there's Agency. The galaxy is on Orion's belt. I'm kind of losing it because there's a pug. I mean, black and white, I guess. They wear black and white suits. This must be Roma, right? Alfonso Cuarón, Netflix original, Mexico City. I don't know what it's about, though. I'm losing it here. Because okay, Pug belongs here. That's Men in Black. 1. Okay. Alfonso Cuarón, Mexico City, Netflix original. Okay, yes, okay. Oh, Jamie Foxx animated Afterlife is Soul. Okay. Here's the hard part. So there's Terminator 3, Rise of the Machines. Alfonso Cuarón directed the third movie in the Harry Potter franchise, which is The Prisoner of Azkaban. But I don't know if that could be a gimmick here, because I'm pretty sure Tommy Lee Jones, Pug, Galaxy, and Agency don't work with that. So we had 3 before, right? It was like Netflix original, Pug, animated. Yeah. Third movie, Rise, Machines. He's nuts. I don't even know what it is. I have no idea what it is. It's the Mitchells versus the Machines. Okay, I heard that was really good. I didn't know it was a Netflix original. I thought maybe it might have been Paramount Plus. Great movie, fun movie, very good. Heard it was good. I haven't even seen Treasure Planet yet, though. Again, I don't actively watch kids' movies right now because I know that I'm going to see them a lot. Like, my kid has started actively choosing movies to watch. Right now, she just watches Toy Story 4. So I've seen Toy Story 4 like 8 times in the last month. But eventually, she's going to find out that there's other stuff on Disney Plus, and we'll be watching more kids' movies. That's why when I get a chance to watch a movie, I'm watching, I don't want to say adult movies, but, you know, movies that are not specifically made for kids, because I know I'm going to be watching a lot of kids' movies in the future. Movie to movie. Like Catwoman, for example. Speaking of Catwoman, hey, check this out. It's Halle Berry. So I've seen Swordfish 1,000 times. I owned it on DVD. It's Hugh Jackman. It's Don Cheadle. It's John Travolta. It's Halle Berry. There's lots of connections here. Hugh Jackman looks so young, dude. That's a blast from the past. What the hell is that poster? Bro, this is their elite hacking organization. With like the Dell computer. When I was 12, this movie was, I guess I was probably 13 when it came out. When I was 12, though, this movie was so cool. Hugh Jackman is an elite hacker. John Travolta runs a criminal organization. For his tryout to be in the criminal organization, he says, the best hackers in the world can hack the Department of Defense in 30 minutes. I need someone who could do it in 30 seconds. And then he goes like, oh, that's not possible. And then John Travolta has one of his henchwomen perform fellatio on Hugh Jackman to distract him while he's doing it. And then John Travolta puts a gun to his head and cocks the hammer as if like he's going to shoot him if he doesn't get it. And he gets it with 1 second left. I was like, holy fuck. I got to get into computer science, man. This is crazy. John Travolta shoots down a helicopter with a bazooka at some point. I remember that. Did he come? You don't see it, but he came. You could tell just by the pixels. Also, John Travolta has a hilarious wig and goatee in this movie. He fakes his own death. I wouldn't recommend watching it. Like, Swordfish is pretty bad. Look, you can even see the bazooka in the back left of the picture there. I got to go a lot faster. Anyway, Pain and Gain. I think that this may have Oliver Platt in it, and it also has Mark Wahlberg and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. We can definitely get where we need to go. However, just give me a second here. I'm not going to worry about doing it fast. Let's try to, it's more impressive to come up with the moves in your head first. It's easier to start with what you know less about, I think. Unless I said the opposite of that earlier. Well, okay. The easy play, just so you guys don't make fun of me, is Anthony Mackie to like Infinity War to Don Cheadle to Swordfish, and you can eat my butt. You could basically eat my butt. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. That's what you get after a month of doing dulls. And every time I use independent cinema, people are like, actually, they were both in Thor Ragnarok. So basically, eat me. There's a 2-piece right there. What's that? It's an eagle, right? Every time I spend more than 2 seconds to come up with an answer, people are like, washed, washed, washed. That's not par. 2 isn't par, because then an eagle is impossible. Okay, guess the game. Today's guess the game is Super Mario Brothers. I think it's Super Mario Brothers 2. Metacritic score too old. It's the Oregon Trail. It's Duck Hunt. All right, that's easy enough. IGN gave this game a too old, too many years, 7 out of 10, too wrinkled. Guess the game by its cover. Okay, I could tell you this. Without a doubt. I mean, this is the easiest guess of all time. It's either South Park, The Stick of Truth, or whatever the second one is. South Park, The Fractured Butthole. He's done it. I owned 2 South Park games on the N64. I owned South Park 64, which was an absolutely god-awful first-person shooter. But as a 11-year-old, it was hilarious because you could get a snowball and piss on it and then throw the piss snowball at your friends. And I definitely owned South Park Rally as well, the South Park Mario Kart clone. Hang on. I consider that an unacceptable ad. I'm not advertising Facebook for free. Mark Zuckerberg, I've seen how much money you've burned on the metaverse. You could put a little slice my way. I refresh. Let Facebook fit your needs. I refresh. Facebook, connect with the world. 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 To inspect element, delete. Lululemon wide brim bucket hat black, size medium large. Sure, I'll put that one on the screen. Look at that. That would go hard right now. Also, heartbreaking, the worst art in history just dropped. I skipped guess one. Never mind, this might be cool. I think I played this. This is Dr. Mario. Sheesh. Well, that was like 5 minutes of setup, and then we got it in a second, but... And then, the hardest of all, the main event. Dark Souls 2. I still can't believe we got this so fast yesterday. Older than Dark Souls 2, almost everything else is irrelevant. But it could be a first-person shooter. Let me get Half-Life 1. It is from 1998. It's not first-person or third-person. It's not a puzzle, shooter, or adventure game. It's a role-playing game from 1998. It's Baldur's Gate. Whoa! We got a streak, man. We got a game-though streak. I'm starting to figure out a method. Like, there's times where we're just not going to have a shot. But, like, as this perspective, year, genre, platform, those are the relevant ones. Because, like, I mean, obviously, if you get the developer, publisher, you probably got it. But it's nearly impossible to narrow it down because there's so many, especially if it's indie. Sheesh. Daily Tomato movie trivia. It did take us one more than it took us yesterday, though. One word, kids and family musical from 1982, rated PG. How could it be a kids movie that's rated PG? Is Annie? Okay, I'm next level. You cannot defeat me? Chrono photo. Couldn't think of any other one-word musical. Unless you said, like, The Sound of Music really fast. It's the most risque bathing suit of 1921. You actually had to have a like an iron worker rivet you into the bathing suit so that no skin was showing. You put on the metal apron, and then a guy with a welder's mask would come on and go... This is a good sound effect. I have to guess that this is... The hats are like WWF Sergeant Slaughter 1980s. But then this guy, like this squad is like straight out of the 1920s here. But it's obviously in a part of the world I'm not familiar with. So I don't know, this might be what they were rocking in 1923. This might be what they were rocking in 1953. Like... I'm going to say that this is the 50s. I know it's a little crazy. I'm going to put me on 50 proper. 1934. Got 83 points. Let's say this is approximately 1979. 1984. It's literally 1984. Okay, this is the 2008 Beijing Olympics. Finally, they gave us a gimme. He's famous. They say he's the Michael Jackson of Croatia. Do you know who this guy is? It's the IT guy from my work. Anybody know this guy? He's very famous. Look. People are like, Regroses, sign my program, sign my program. This guy's like, Bill Hader's like, I gotta see how he signs his program. I mean, this to me looks like, that slicked back hairdo, that mustache. I'm going 76. 82. Okay, well, we'll take it. Orange is 1 cent. Holy cow. This is what they took from us? Pepsi Cola, 5 cents. New potatoes, 6 pounds, 23 cents. Grapefruits for 5 cents. Apples Delicious, 4 pounds for a quarter. Holy fuck. Me going back in time thinking I'm going to be a genius and then realizing that minimum wage is 3 cents an hour. I have no idea, honestly, but I don't know if it's a colorized photo, but it seems to me like this might be 1944. Let's go, let's hedge our bets. Let's go an orange for a cent? Bro, it can't be. It's got to be earlier. An orange is a penny. What's an orange at a grocery store now? Might be like 80 cents or something like that. So we've gone 80x since then. Plus, like, obviously all the grocery stores went public, so the CEOs have got to get their cut. So 40x maybe? Put me in like 1908. I should have got 1942. I have my cursor right over it. A cent for an orange? Well, it was not a great Chrono photo. Brother, it's the war? Oranges get cheaper during the war? How does that make any fucking sense? It's wartime. Everybody feasts on fruits that can only come from overseas. Doesn't make any sense. Holy cow. Look at this housel. Presented by Madison Blau. Houses to get murdered in if you're in an episode of Black Mirror. I don't even know where to start my guess. Look at the, like, what even is this? This is what's throwing me for the biggest loop. This is not, is this a private road? Or is this like, does Formula One drive through here? Like, why is it so perfect? You're right, it looks like an airport tarmac or something. Like, it's so smooth. Look outside your window, it's the same thing. It's not the same thing. There's sidewalks, there's lines on the road, there's manhole covers and, you know, sewer grates and stuff like that. There's signs. It's just like a private driveway or something. Either way, it's insane. I'm going to start the bidding at $17 million. It depends so much on where it is, but okay, that's too high. It's in Las Vegas, okay. Like this, it's 17 might have been too high, but I don't think it's going to be way, way, way too high. 17. It's an immaculately designed space. I mean, like, this is crazy. I'll take you down to 14. It's still too high. It's 10,000 square feet. I'm gonna take you down to 9 million. I'm gonna assume you're paying a little less than 1,000 a square foot. Now that's too low. 6 beds, 6.5 baths, and what the hell is this? So 2 showers back to back with shower heads and also a bathtub at the foot of the shower. What did we guess last time? 9 million was too low. 14 was too high. Give me 12 and a half. 11.999. I told you 17 was not crazy. Not even 12 million. Pathetic. Chat, we should all pool our resources and offer them like 11.5. Maybe they'll capitulate. It's Time Guesser. This is it's an infamous photo. But this is before Boris Johnson was the prime minister. This must be promoting Brexit. What a photo, man. The Brexit vote was like pre-US election 2017. So I'm going to assume this was, you know, somewhere in London, maybe, I don't know where in London, but somewhere in London in 2016. It was 2012, but it was in London. That's not Brexit. He's promoting the London Olympics. That makes sense. Oh, because he was the mayor of London before. That's right. How'd you not know he's the mayor? Bro, who the hell's the mayor of Vancouver? Go ahead, tell me. I'm waiting. Okay, so eventually someone wrote Ken Sim. Thank you, thank you. I don't even know who the mayor of London is now. I don't even know who your prime... Do you even know who your prime minister is now? This is Barack Obama visiting Senegal. Very little gray hair. So I'm going to put this early in his first term. But the first couple of years, I'm not going to Washington, D.C. The first couple of years, you really got to like bust your ass. And then the presidency becomes easy. So I think that, or maybe this is Ghana. I feel like this is Ghana, not Senegal. So I think first year is like, you're like, I got all these ideas. And then it gets gridlocked in Congress and you're like, fuck it, I'm taking a vacation to Accra in 1962. Now, this is like an 09, 010 sort of jam. Let's say 09, Because in 2010, you got to start hustling for the midterms. 2009 in Ghana, we got 9963 points. We take those. This is a relatively modern black and white photo. It's cold. People are traveling. 99 technology. I mean, this is obviously like a noteworthy picture, but I could not, I mean, it's so hard to glean information off this. The train looks old, or like Art Deco at least. I don't know, man, it's crazy. Give me like, this is insane. Give me Poland 2022. I know this is nuts. That was why I was guessing it. Was because of Ukraine. But at least we got the year. But it was not, it was Western Ukraine, not Poland. But still, pretty good. Of a guess, not for the world. Titanic disaster. This is 1912. I'm going to assume, I mean, listen, this could be England based on the hats. They do look like they could be saying "Hello, governor." But anytime I see this guy right here, I just think of New York City, baby. However, I also feel like this could be a British paper, Titanic disaster, great loss of life. If this was like an American paper, it would be like, you won't believe what took down the unsinkable ship. Open to page 3 to find out. But I'm going to, literally, like, you're British, but you're so New York. This guy, like, this is Kendall Roy, dude. So I'm going, like, Times Square, 1912. I know we're going to be right on the year, at least. Fuck. That shit was London. Year was bang on, at least, but should have gone with my gut about the level of journalism. Hitler has not attacked us. Why attack Hitler? Does she know? Why not peace with Hitler? Listen, they're just asking questions. Can you imagine having your photo taken holding this sign? You would never be able to show your face ever again. All right, so these are Americans. I'm going to assume, I mean, this looks more like New York City than Washington, D.C. to me. But I imagine you would probably protest in Washington, D.C. because that's where the government is. And the U.S. entered the war December 7th, 1941, a day which will live in infamy. So, I mean, the World War II formally started because apparently we base it on when Winston Churchill decides, 1939. And then, like, you know, the Western Europe kind of gets his butt kicked, and they're probably like, help us, Franklin Delano Roosevelt. And he's like, I literally just fixed the Great Depression. Can you guys just give me some space for a minute? So this is probably like, I think 40-41 Washington, D.C. And surely we could zoom in and find like this is not the White House. I mean, I actually think this is like a New York Public Library or something like that. But let's assume that maybe it's the Supreme Court / Capitol building. And I'll go 1940. I'm going to 1940. It was 1941. It was New York, wasn't it? It's literally the New York Public Library. Son of a. There it is right there. New York Public Library. But listen, in this game, unless you recognize it, you got to make informed guesses. And my informed guess was like, Why would they be protesting in New York City? FDR's in Washington, dummy. Anyway, what do we get? 42, day 48, that's not that bad. It's not that bad. And then listed. I like listed. It's a relatively normal house. Kind of looks like, yet again, this is like a Qdoba grill in Radiator Springs in Disneyland. Let's say this is like 1,200 square feet. I might even go a step lower. I say this is 1,100 square feet. I'm going to say this is 800 square feet. One car garage. $300 a square foot. I think it's a $240,000 house in Arizona. Oh, it's in Sacramento, but it's worth less than $240,000 in Sacramento. Holy cow! Oh, it's sold in 2012. Right, okay. I don't think it's going to be much lower. I'll give you like a 190. Little higher. I mean, we're in full binary search mode. Give me a 215. 215, we got to go lower. 2025. A little lower. To 198.5. It's a little lower. To 194. 194 even. It is 1,600 square feet, though. It's 195. Okay. Man, they took a big loss on this one, huh? It's wrong? What do you mean it's wrong? Maybe somebody got murdered there? 2008 changed things? I know, but this is 2012. Like, oh, listed has the wrong number. See the listing. You're right. It sold for $515,000 a week ago. What the hell? Listed is just broken? What did I guess first? Can I get someone to guess what I get? I said 240,000, so I was actually still off by, I was like further away. I guess it's using the previous sale. Why would I want to guess how much a house I've never seen before cost 11 years ago, though? I think they screwed up their API. That's the game? What the hell? So now it's time guesser listed.fun. Guess how much this house that doesn't exist more or exist anymore sold in a market you've never been to in your entire life? Is elegant game design. I can't be wrong. It must be the website. Bro, I was right. We got it correct. All right, that's end of